Ladies and gentlemen, the candidates for graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, the university and administrative officials, and the faculty and staff of the Senior High School Department. Doxology, the national anthem, Tayo'y Dabawenyo, and the university hymn.
mang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisingil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simuya, sa langit mang bagha, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng matawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituing at araw niyang kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng wala di pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Mga kabataan,
Opening, Dr. Guillermo P. Torres Jr., represented by Dr. Ronnie V. Amorado, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs.
I hereby declare these fifth commencement exercises of the Senior High School of the University of Mindanao open.
Message, Dr. Guillermo P. Torres Jr., represented by Dr. Ronnie V. Amorado, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, to deliver the message for the graduates.
I wish to greet everyone in today's virtual graduation ceremony. This is the first time in the history of the University of Mindanao to hold a senior high school virtual graduation via online platform, with the candidates for the graduation staying at their respective abode in the various parts of the country. This is very challenging for all of us. I hope our internet connection shall sustain us for the entire ceremony. As I congratulate all the candidates, your parents and guardians, and the members of our faculty for participating in this virtual ceremony, let us all remember and dedicate this commencement service to those who are impeded to join us. Let us also remember the people who even perished or passed on due to the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. This is the first time that the Filipino people of this generation encountered the effect of the pandemic crisis. Our normal ways of doing things have been interrupted. In fact, suddenly disrupted without warning, without much time to prepare. We abruptly stopped our regular face-to-face classes and important events. If not for the request of many students and parents, we would not have conducted this virtual graduation. This global health crisis brought immense disruptions in our livelihood and economic well-being, adversely affecting our social life, including education. In Davao alone, about 10,000 business companies already closed, bringing so much unemployment. About 15 schools also closed in the city due to the various quarantine conditions. In Manila, about 400 schools were reported to cease their operations. We also learned many of our parents have been gravely affected, one way or another. Certainly, many of our students stopped schooling for the time being because of the current difficulties. What is the plan of the university? We shall try very hard to sustain our operations and continue to provide quality and affordable education to our students. It is good to know that the university is capable of doing remote, online instructional delivery to conduct online classes. The conduct of in-campus, face-to-face classes in the classrooms are still prohibited indefinitely. We shall also adjust our school calendar in compliance with government requirements. We will innovate and invest on technology to address the current problems we are dealing with. In short, be assured that the University of Mindanao is here to stay and become more resilient and stronger to face the pandemic crisis. The university is here to survive and continue to provide hope to our students, parents, and to our workforce. This is the main message to all our graduating students in this virtual ceremony. As you enter higher education, your first task is to become instruments of hope and resilience. You will certainly experience the difficulties of this crisis, all the more that you need to stay stronger and durable in spirit. If you can remember 2 years ago, you entered the University of Mindanao fresh from your junior high school education. You came to UM so young, so innocent, uninitiated, uncertain, even unknown to the world. 2 years later, look at yourselves and be proud. You now stand tall and confident. You will enter college more prepared, more aggressive, smarter, and wiser. Before, you were full of anxieties as you had to breeze through your requirements. But now, you need to be more prepared as you will face higher education in its most depressing state. Once again, as I congratulate you in your graduation, I wish to bid you good luck. Let us continue to be hopeful and turn this pandemic adversity into a fresh opportunity. Thank you very much.
Awarding of Academic Honors, Mr. Jobert C. Regidor, Program Head.
Be it known that, and upon the recommendation of the program heads and the approval of the principal, the following candidates for graduation have been honorably conferred as with high honors and with honors of their respective strands, in recognition of their academic achievement and performance. Done in the city of Davao, this 26th day of May, during the 5th commencement exercises. Signed, Principal.
Honor to parents. This part gives importance to the role of parents in the education of their children, the graduates. Reading of citation, Dr. Ronnie V. Amorado, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs.
The University of Mindanao recognizes the wholehearted devotion of parents to the education of their children for their commitment to the cultural, social, and moral advancement of the community and for their significant contribution to nation building through selfless efforts in the completion of the college education of children. My congratulations.
Bulak sa pasalamat, Regine Angeli M. Yuson, graduating student, Accountancy, Business and Management Strand.
Sa among mga tinahod ug pinalanggang ginikanan, ania kining mga bulak, isip ti mailhan sa among tiunay nga gugma ug kinasingkasing nga pagpasalamat sa tanan ninyong mga pagpaningkamot. Isip mga anak, kami nahibalo sa inyong mga sakripisyo, mga kasakit, mga kalisud, ug mga pag-antos aron kami makahuman sa among pagtuon. Ug ugma damlag makabot namo ang among mga pangandoy. Kami nasayod nga wala mo naghulat og balos sa tanan ninyong kahago aron lamang kami makakaon ug makatungha sa eskwelahan. Nasayod kami ug ang Ginoo sa walay katapusan. Ang inyong gugma, utang kabubuton namo kaninyo ang among kalampusan ug kung unsa pa ang among makabot sa among kinabuhi. Among gipanaad nga buhaton namo ang tanan aron kami inyong gipasigarbo ug angayan sa inyong pagsalig ug paghigugma. Ma, pa, ug uban pa na nagsuporta sa amo. Palihog dawata kining bulak, isip pagmamatuod sa pagtuman sa among mga saad ug walang katapusang paghigugma. Sa makausa pa, daghang salamat.
Mga anak, kinasingkasing namong gidawat, ang gasa ninyong bulak, labaw sa tanan, dili masukod ang among kalipay ug pagpasalamat sa atong buhi nga Ginoo sa inyong kakabot nga kalampusan karong adlaw. Mga anak, buot namo nga inyong mahibaw-an nga ang tibok namong kinabuhi among itagana kaninyo aron lang matagaan kamo ug haruhay nga kinabuhi hangtod sa among kamatayon. Kami magpabilin sa inyong kiliran, musuporta sa inyong mga plano, mukatawa uban sa inyong kalipay, muhilak uban sa inyong kasubo, ug andam nga ihatag ang among panahon ug kinabuhi. Makita lang ang kalipay sa inyong mga nawong ug pagpuyo. Mga anak, daghang salamat sa inyong gipakita nga gugma og respeto kanamo labaw sa tanan. Daghan kaayong salamat sa katumanan sa inyong mga saad. Mga anak, palihog dawata usab kining bulak, simbolo sa among walay katapusang gugma kaninyo, ang Ginoo, padayon nga mugiya kaninyo.
Salute to the faculty. The faculty members have committed to the pillars of education: learning to know, learning to be, learning to do, learning to live with and for others. Teachers, you are the modern heroes, and you have prepared the future for these graduates. Today, you are honored and highly recognized as catalysts of change in the students' lives. Reading of citation, Jordan B. Maliari, DSG President, Senior High School Department.
the Board of Trustees, officers of the university, parents, fellow graduating students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are blessed today with the opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to the faculty of the University of Mindanao, who have untiringly and unselfishly shared to us their wisdom, time, and effort to help us attain a great part of our aspirations in life. As we leave the portals of our alma mater, we bid you the promise of sincere, honest, and excellent performance of the duties and responsibilities that await us in the practice of our respective professions. Rest assured that we shall be dignified by the sense of values and discipline you have instilled in us. Fellow graduating students, may we all stand and give our mentors a big round of applause.
Reading of Acknowledgement. Dr. Ronnie V. Amorado, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs.
In behalf of the Board of Trustees and the administration officials of the University of Mindanao, we acknowledge with thanks and appreciation your commitment, dedication, and loyal service to the university in its pursuit for the realization of its vision, mission, and goals. Carry on your good work. Congratulations. We are very proud of you.
Inspirational speech. Joshua N. Meralias, with high honors, Humanities and Social Sciences strand.
Before I start my address to everyone around to witness this event, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to the Batch 20 to 2021 completion. I'd like to express my gratitude to all of you for attending this occasion. Despite these challenging times, I hope everyone is doing safe and well. Hopefully, by God's grace, we'll be able to safely and quickly overcome this pandemic. I am truly honored to be a part of this momentous event, and I express my heartfelt gratitude. Giving this speech is something I never ever expected myself to do. I'm not a smart student material. In fact, this is my first time writing and delivering a solo speech to an audience. And I'm sure there are other students who deserve to be standing right here in front of you. Because if you could transport me back in time to elementary school, when I was still small, and place me in a class with other students, I would undoubtedly come in last in rankings. And considering how difficult this school year was, because I knew nothing about using Zoom, Meet, Kuiper, and so on, you could say that I am not the ideal student from elementary school until today. And of course, I have definitely considered just simply giving up. But even though I lived as that student who wasn't so intelligent, who didn't get a lot of ribbons and stars, I still arrived at the finish line. Life is not a race, but a marathon. It's a phrase that I realized while writing this address. It shouldn't always be about who's first or who's ahead. You don't always have to be fast or be the first, because we'll all have our own moments to shine, and at the end of the day, we are all working towards the same finish line. We may encounter bumps in the road, and we may not always be at our best, but that's fine, because a marathon doesn't rush, and all that matters is that we did our best and that we are all pleased with the results. To my batchmates, I am so incredibly proud of you all. It hasn't been the easiest school year for all of us, and it hasn't been the happiest either. We all had different kinds of difficulties. Difficulties with the people we love, problems with this online setting, and of course, problems with our internet connection. I'd like to give everyone a virtual hug for getting through these difficult times. From battling slow internet to doing our best to submit before the golden time, 23:59 p.m. I believe we should give ourselves a pat on the back for pulling it all together, even though it was extremely difficult for all of us. But look at us. We are finally wearing the toga we've always wanted to wear, and we can finally post a picture of ourselves in it to our My Day and our Instagram accounts. As I previously said, this is my first time writing and delivering a speech, so I will keep it as brief as possible. Before I sign off, I'd like to express my gratitude to the people who have helped me get to this stage. Ma, Pa, Ate Jam, and Kuya Jethro, thank you for raising me to be the person I am today. To the teachers, administrators, and faculty at University of Mindanao Senior High School, as well as my grade 11 advisor, Sir Jobert, my new advisor, Sir Junald, and all other teachers, including those from my previous schools, for guiding me and allowing me to reach my full potential. To my batchmates, classmates, and friends, particularly my besties, Diane, Feby, Jasmine, Erin, Hanin, Lee, Ren, Joy, Azrim, the members of NAOP sa GC, my mutuals, as well as others who I'm sure I've forgotten to mention, for the camaraderie and friendship that we had each other's backs, even though we've only bonded through typing on our digital screens. We helped each other out, which I will be eternally grateful for. To other people I don't know who are still fighting through these difficult times, I thank you for maintaining your confidence and persevering. Laban lang. Above everything, to God Almighty, whose love is unconditional and whose mercies never cease.
Presentation of graduates. Mr. John Harry S. Caballo, Principal.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you the candidates for graduation from the Accountancy, Business and Management or ABM strand, from the Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics or STEM strand, and from the Humanities and Social Sciences or HUMSS strand.
Petition for the Release of Credentials. Dr. Carmencita E. Vidamo, Vice President for Student Personnel Services, University Registrar.
Mr. President, by the authority vested in me as the school registrar, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation in the senior high school program who have satisfactorily completed the requirements of the Department of Education.
The principal will now present the graduating students to the president of the university.
Mr. President, on behalf of the Senior High School Department, I have the honor to recommend that the senior high school candidates for graduation be conferred their corresponding certificates.
Dr. Guillermo P. Torres Jr., University President, represented by Dr. Ronnie V. Amorado, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs.
By the authority vested upon me by the President of this university, I hereby confer upon you the certificates to which you are individually entitled, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. And now, in behalf of the University of Mindanao, it is my honor to extend to you individually and collectively my sincerest congratulations. May we now request the parents to transfer the tassel from left to right. May God, in His infinite wisdom, share with you His bounty and grant you success, health, and happiness. Mabuhay kayo.
I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, the conquerors, here I go. And I'm marching on to the beat I draw. I'm not scared to be seen, I'll make no apologies. This is me. Another round of I'm gonna send the flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is Bruce, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I go. Look out, 'cause here I go. And I'm marching on to the beat I go. Marching on, marching, marching. I'm meant to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
Oath of Loyalty, Mr. John Harry S. Caballo, Principal.
I, John Harry Caballo, hereby confer upon you full membership to the association to which you are entitled, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Graduates, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. The oath of loyalty. To my alma mater, the University of Mindanao, I give my solemn pledge that I shall dedicate all my trainings, skills, and knowledge to humanity. That, in the exercise of my calling, I shall cherish and uphold the spirit of honest and unselfish service. That, in my relation with my fellow men, I shall make truth, justice, and goodwill my guiding principles. I further pledge that for the welfare of my country, I shall assert my rights and assume my obligations as a free citizen, ever holding high and precepts of liberty and democracy. Above all, I pledge that I will strive at all times to live an abundant life to the honor and glory of my alma mater, my home, my country, and God. So help me God.
Closing, Dr. Ronnie V. Amorado, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs.
I hereby declare these fifth commencement exercises of the Senior High School of the University of Mindanao concluded.
Loyalty March and Victory March. behalf of the University of Mindanao, we wish to thank the parents and guests for having graced the virtual commencement exercises today, and to those who, in one way or the other, have contributed to the success of today's program. Maraming salamat po.